Okay, welcome to our Thursday night call, you guys. I've got a list of notes of things to go over with you. And as you saw in the team page, I'm going to go ahead and give away a bottle of MetaBurn and a bag of Lean. And so at the end, we'll tell you how to get into that drawing as usual. But go ahead and get your notebooks ready and your pens ready so that you can take some notes. We're going to go over some things to get your year started off right. And I'm going to try to keep the call as close to 30 minutes as possible so that you guys can get on with your evening. And it's also going to be recorded for any team members that couldn't be on. So the first thing I want to jump into is the new things that we have on our team that's going on right now. We're really excited about our new team group, our accountability group called Focus 2019. That is a group we're doing with all the leaders that did the last two groups. What were the names of those groups? The
Slay the Season.
Slay the Season, and the other one that we did right after that. And we are going, this group is going to be, it's going to cover a lot more things. Not just weight loss, but it's going to cover workout tips, meal things, even some financial tips and things like that. It should be really, really fun. I know Shannon already has a really good plan for this group. It starts January 6th, so that's next week, but the actual group opens tomorrow. So tomorrow is when we'll be able to add people to it. I wanted to go over just a few things about that group. The only thing that you have to do to qualify to be in the group is to have ordered at least one of the weight management products that we have. Obviously, most of you are going to be on more than just one, but like if you have a customer or somebody that's just drinking Slim or something like that, they would be eligible to be in it. And the great thing about it is that we'll be able to go over other products, and so people will get a taste of what other things we have to offer besides whatever product they're on. But the post that I posted about this, we're going to be going over healthy food choices, exercising for your body, decluttering your mind and your home, so some organizational stuff, and some financial tips for 2019. So I know it's going to be really great, and I hope you guys will get in that as soon as it's open. I'm sure we'll also be doing some prizes and some giveaways and stuff like that, so it'll be really fun. The other thing is I wanted to talk about the Training 101 group that we just started. Hopefully you guys are already all in it. But we started this new training group that is very simple. It's very duplicatable. It tells you exactly what to do when somebody first starts. It just goes through the steps. And on the last call, I kind of described why we decided to do this is because when we first started Plexus, we started the Training 101 back then, the first version of it. And it was really simple. It was just, 7 steps to get started. The person could just go in there and easily read the 7 paragraphs, and they could get started right away, whether they were just going to share with a few people or whether they wanted to do the business full time. They could all get started on the same page. And so Rod kind of recreated that group with an updated version, taking from that group and also from the Plexus Success group that some of the other diamonds had done, and kind of combined it into one group that was very duplicatable and very simple. So make sure you're in that group. I posted about that. Rod posted about it, I think it was yesterday or the day before. So make sure all of your ambassadors are in that. And yes, Rod put a lot of work into that. It took him a long time, several months, to get all that put together and looking really nice and simple for us. The other thing is what Plexus is doing is the Slim Down Challenge group. And Jayla's going to go over what it takes to get into that and kind of what the prizes are. So we're really excited about Plexus is doing a huge thing for this next few months. Jayla, you want to go ahead and tell us about that?
Yes. Hey, y'all. Happy New Year. So happy we can all be together and start the year off on the right foot. So the Slim Down Challenge begins December 19th and runs through April 30th. And anyone who is a preferred customer or an ambassador can potentially qualify and join the Slim Down Challenge. What they need to have purchased is $135 worth of products that are nutrition-based or weight management-based. So things like Joyome, the breast check kit, the Ease body cream, those things would not be considered eligible products for you to take to be in this challenge. So if you have a preferred customer or you're an ambassador yourself, you have to have 2 consecutive orders. So for example, if your subscription from last month fell after December 19th, that would qualify you as your first order, your first month. And then you would just need another month to qualify that. Now you can choose once you register, once you have that qualifying order, you can register and then you select your start date. That can be any time throughout that whole period. But once you have that initial subscription of $135, you just need a consecutive month of the same, dollar amount. Now, if you have someone who is new, they need a $199 welcome pack and then a subsequent subscription of $135. So those are pretty exciting things, and the prizes are amazing. And I don't know about you guys, but the money and things they're offering is unreal.
So go over, what are the prizes? I know they're giving away a lot of money. Do you have that?
I'm looking right now. I've got it pulled up. One thing I wanted to tell you, as long as you've got that $135, I think you're good. So I'm pulling up the prizes now. I thought I had that pulled up. Okay, here we go. So the prizes, in the individual women's category, there is going to be 1 grand prize, 14 finalist prizes, 27 semifinalist prizes. And the semifinalist prizes for, there will be a $500, I'm reading this, y'all, sorry. A $500 e-gift card, 1 ticket to the 2019 convention and special convention experience. And then your accountability, like if you are one of the winners, your accountability partner you choose, they also win a special prize pack too. It's not the same, but they get a goodie pack. I think it's a goodie bag of products, or like swag, I think. The finalist prizes, there'll be 6 male and 14 female. I'm not real sure why those numbers are different, but I'm reading it in black and white. So there's no discrimination there at all. But there's going to be a $1,000 e-gift card, 1 ticket to the convention, and then a special convention experience. There'll be 1 grand prize female and 1 grand prize male. Grand prize winners will receive a $5,000 dream vacation voucher to use for travel to a destination of their choice. A winner and their guests will receive a trip to the convention, 4-day, 3 nights, double accommodations at a host hotel, coach airfare, ground transportation, a $300 Visa gift card. Okay, y'all, that in and of itself sounds like serious shopping and fun to me. And then a VIP convention experience. So, and also you get a pre-convention makeover and photo shoot. Now, last year I looked in doing headshots. There was a lady doing the makeover and then did a really nice headshot package. And just the booking fee was $480. That didn't include any pictures or anything. Okay, so that is a big bonus, I think, part of the winning. So.
Okay, and so somebody's asking how they judge the winners. We were talking about that earlier, and you were saying that they had to write an essay.
Yes, y'all. I read how they weighted, how they're going to weight the entries. I was really curious about that. So let me pull that up and I'll tell you. Okay, so on a 100% scale, 50% of the entries are going to be judged on physical transformation, your before and after pictures, your weight loss, your overall results. So that's 50%. 40% is a personal essay. That's a big weight. So, and then 10% is your engagement within the community for the Plexus Fit Squad. So you'll have to be a part of that if you're not already. So 40% in your essay. Y'all start writing those essays.
Yeah, I love that because that kind of gives, well, for one thing, gives them something to share with people, but also it's like, it's not just random. It's like kind of what skill, it's kind of cool that they're requiring that. But, I imagine most of the benefit that you're going to get out of this is actually from being in the group and seeing the encouragement. And I heard somebody say today that they had all new meal plans for this, and really excited about that. And so there's probably going to be a great experience within the group. And so I'm excited. I'm really excited about the group experience.
Well, and I saw where you're going to get accountability or text from the Fit Squad itself just to motivate and encourage you. That's pretty exciting, because I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I need that extra push, like, you've got this, you're doing it, let's go.
Right. That's awesome. Okay, so let's talk about the products that we're going to be using with this Slim Down Challenge. And we've got, obviously, from what the last call, we've got a lot more products under our tool belt for weight management. We've got our lean shakes, the mocha one that is the protein powder that is not vegetarian, that is vegetarian, and then we've got the milk chocolate and the vanilla that is not, that's whey based. So we're really excited about the protein drinks that we have, and I can tell you that I drink these every day. I'm so impressed with the taste. My favorite is chocolate. I know Jayla's favorite is vanilla. And so they're so filling to me. They're so filling. They're not chalky. If you haven't tried these yet, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to give a bag of this away, because you guys, it is the best protein drink I have ever tried, as far as being filling, as far as being tasting good. I just put ice in mine with milk, and that's it. I know a lot of people add different things, and there's going to be recipes for that in this new group. And so we're, obviously very excited about our lean shakes. And then also our MetaBurn, which Jayla's going to tell us her experience on MetaBurn so far. But you guys, this product is, the science behind the ingredients in this product. I know you guys have heard me say this so many times, but if you're a researcher of ingredients at all, you should look up the ingredients in this product, because it is amazing what they've done to study. Some of these herbs are things that haven't been in anything yet that's an actual supplement. So the MetaBurn is specifically for belly fat. A few things to remember about MetaBurn is that you want to make sure you measure. You want to make sure you take pictures and you weigh. Tweaking the dosage, things that I've heard from people, you want to make sure that you're taking one in the morning, one in the afternoon. You want to take it with breakfast or before breakfast. You need to tweak it to what works good for you. My own experience was last week when I started the product, I felt very like a lot of, I really wouldn't say jittery, but a little bit of anxiety. And then I saw somebody say that caffeine, if you're sensitive to caffeine, that it can really make that a lot more like your jittery and anxiety worse. So I have been a 1 cup of coffee drinker for probably 15 years. It's more of I like the warmth of the coffee more than anything else, not really a caffeine habit. I wouldn't consider myself a high caffeine person at all. But when I saw that, I thought, well, I'm going to try taking that out. So I started drinking decaf every morning, and it made a world of difference for me. So if you know somebody who is having some sensitivities to it, you might suggest that they go either stop caffeine, or they either stop coffee or go to decaf like I did, because it really did make a huge difference. And most people aren't having those symptoms at all. Most people that I talk to don't even feel anything from it except for focus and maybe a better mood. But if you have anybody, we always want to tell you what to look for and what maybe your customers might ask you, or somebody in your family. If that happens, try taking out the caffeine first. Try eating something with it. Some people have gone into it really, really slow, even taking like one every other day, one a day, for like every other day, then going to one a day, and then going to two a day. So, with our products, always you want to start out slow, especially if you have anything that, any feelings that you don't like or anything like that, you want to just go back to, instead of just taking it completely out, try going down to really, really a low dose and then moving your way up. Because a lot of times with supplements, it just takes getting into your system and tweaking it before you feel really good. But I want Jayla to share her experience with you guys, because I'm telling you, I talk to Jayla almost every day, and I have noticed a huge difference. She's always bubbly. She's always happy. She literally is the most positive person I have ever met in my life. But this week, she's taken it to a whole other level. And so I'm going to let her tell you why.
I'm laughing y'all, because my husband told me a while ago, he was like, all right, you're going to have to tone it down a little bit. It is too funny. So I take almost all of the products every day, and except Boost and Edge. Now I can't take Boost because it causes me some issues at night, and Edge makes me sleepy. I'm a little ADD, and so it makes me sleepy. I've never really have had an issue with caffeine, but I'm not a person who consumes a lot of caffeine. I do drink coffee every morning because I get up at 3:30 in the morning, so my eyes don't want to open real well. But so I usually drink my pink drink around 4:30, and I have been taking Accelerator off and on since the beginning, and so I knew I'd already had the 5-HTP in my system. So there wasn't going to be an issue. So I jumped in with both feet and started full dose with the MetaBurn. I started on Sunday. Now I was looking at taking MetaBurn just to shed some belly fat that I can't get rid of. I've tried everything and I don't have time to work out. So I was looking at another tool to add to my tool belt. And so I knew the reports and the benefits were increased mood stabilization, energy, all the things we've read about. But y'all, I had no idea. So I took my first dose after church on Sunday, after lunch, about 1:30, and I just went about my afternoon. And sometimes I'm really busy, and so Sundays I try to decompress for a little bit. And so I was sitting down thinking I was going to maybe take a nap or rest or something, and y'all, I couldn't. Within an hour, I was up, and Dave, my husband, was like, well, I thought you were resting. I'm like, no, I can't. I have all this energy. I need to do something. So I started doing something, and then about 6 hours later, I was completely still wired. Now, I chalked it up because I'm very skeptical by nature and thought, nah, I'm just really excited. It's a new product. I'm excited about what it's doing for other people. Still, at this point, really hadn't given it any thought that my world was fixing to be rocked even more. I get a lot of energy from the pink drink, but I cannot describe this feeling. Now, all of you don't, unless you've read my post, you know this, but I struggle with depression. And that's not something I'm very comfortable talking about because, we're the health and happiness company. We're health and wellness. And so we don't really want to talk about those. I don't talk about that a lot, but I do struggle with depression. And throughout the years, I've been on a lot of different medications. I have a lot of personal things that go on. And so I struggle with that. And so there are a lot of days that I just get up and just feel sad, feel blue, feel depressed. Y'all, I have not been depressed at all. I am happy, laughing, just having a really good time. I'm a blue color by nature, so I want to have a good time. We have a lot of fun. But the feeling I have taking the MetaBurn, so the next morning, Monday morning, I took my second dose at 9:30 because I have to eat breakfast. I'm one of those people that I can't take these products on an empty stomach. I'm just very sensitive. So I had breakfast and took it. Within an hour, again, I had this extreme feeling of euphoria. It is not jittery. It's not a high. I don't know what it is. I just feel extremely giddy, extremely happy. And like I said, today has been off the chart. My daughter's looking at me like, Mama, what have you got into? What is going on? So I have alarms set on my phone because I'll forget to take them because I get busy. And so they're bringing it to me like, it's time. Here you go. Here's some more. The only negatives I have found. I know I've read some of you have had some bathroom issues and stuff like that. I've not had any of that. My husband has taken it too. Now, he hasn't had the high euphoria feeling like I have. But the only negative is when it's time for that next dose, I can kind of feel my mood kind of settling down to the lower end, and I know it's time. Also, yesterday I went over, so I was supposed to take it at 1:30, and I was kind of closer to 2 o'clock. I was very, very, very hungry, and I had not been hungry all day long. Like, I have to make myself eat. So as it kind of tapers down, after about 4.5 hours, I find myself hungry. And so I, do a milkshake, or I'll do a hunger control or something like that. But one other thing I've noticed is when I take it closer to the slim, it seems to have longer lasting results. And I'm not sure why that is, but y'all, I can't explain it to you. I just know that it is unreal what it has done for me. No feelings of depression. I'm sleeping all night long, not any issues. And even getting up, super early, I feel really good. I feel really good.
Good. Awesome. I love it. Okay. So I'm just going to go over a few reminders. I just put a brand new price list in the Rockin group right before the call so that you guys can save that to your phone. Make sure that if you have a team group that you post that in your team group so that everyone has that new price list. There was not that many changes on it, just a few things, but I noted that. The other thing is make sure that you guys are checking the Rockin group regularly for new updates for our new groups. Also for when convention comes out, the registration for that, you guys will want to get on that as soon as possible because almost every year it sells out. So, and it sells out pretty early. So you guys want to get on that. I said on the last call, convention is something you want to register for, even if you don't know for sure if you can go or not. It is pretty far ahead of time, and some people don't know for sure, but you will be glad if you register for it, because just in case you decide, I can't tell you how many people wish they would have registered when it came out and then it sells out and they're like, oh, well, I didn't know for sure if I was going to be able to go, but now I can because I've got a new team member that wants to go or whatever. It is great for you to go ahead and register as soon as that comes out. The other thing is Super Saturday is not this Saturday, but next Saturday. We're very excited about that. I believe you can still register for that if you want to watch it live. Last week I had somebody register for an in-person one and they were able to do that. I'm not really sure if I've heard it's closed, but then I've heard people will be able to register, but go ahead and make sure that you're registered for that. Every person needs to be registered in order to get whatever special or deal that they put out that day. They usually put out something that we can buy or have that day. And I know there's really exciting announcements coming out, so make sure that you're registered for that. As well as when convention comes out. So watch for the group that's coming tomorrow. And then, I wanted to remind you of a few things. Okay, so the new year starting, you guys, some of you are brand new. Some of you want to restart your business. Some of you want to grow your business. We put out a post last week and asked people what kind of 1, 2, 3, or 4 was your interest in the business level. And we had so many people answer 3 or 4, which was the top of wanting to either make a good income with Plexus or go all the way to the top with it. And so I wanted to give you just a few things to remind you, or a new thing if you're a new person. But one of the things that I think is the most important that a lot of people don't do, obviously you guys do this because you're on the call, but plugging in to calls and to group posts and to different chats is so important. And if you're a new person, I want to make sure that you know that it's so important to be friends and follow diamonds, follow jewels, and be friends with other people. Like when I post the call notes after this call to do the drawing, go through there of all the people that were on this call and friend each other, because every person that's on this call is interested in growing their business. And when I have a new ambassador and they want to grow their business, and then I go back and see that they don't have any other Plexus friends besides me, that's not really cool, because then they're not going to see what other Plexus people are posting. They're not going to have ideas on what to post. They're not going to have encouragement on their posts. If you friend people and you're building relationships with sideline people, you're able to ask for encouragement. You're able to build relationships, and then your team members will be able to build relationships too, because that's what you're training. And so if you don't have relationships with other Plexus people besides just your upline, it's going to be really hard for you to figure out all the ins and outs. Plexus has so many tools for us to use when we're growing our business. And I get people tell me all the time, well, I don't have a supportive upline, or I don't have a diamond upline, or I don't have anybody for, several levels that are working their business. And I will tell you, there are diamonds that have never had an upline, because Plexus provides all the tools that you need for your business. And the great thing is that you do have the Rockin group, and you do have the Training 101, and you do have the one of our very best tools that we have is our Rockin testimony group that Rod does every day, puts testimonies in there. And the best thing that you can do is go in there and add your prospects or a customer, and add, tag, and message, and tag them in a post that would benefit them, and then message them and tell them. That is one of your best tools that you can use. But plugging into your back office, there's so many shareables and different things in your back office that most people don't even know that they have access to. But we're providing on the team groups, we're providing so many things, but it's up to you to plug in, because this is your business. This business has your name on it. You're the CEO of your business. And if you get back to making sure that people know that your business is open. That's one of the things that I think a lot of people don't do, is they forget to post their own story and their own love for the products. And that's what people want to see. So if I have a friend that, they hear about Plexus, but they don't know that I sell Plexus, then they might go to somebody else. And that's one of the biggest things that I've heard from people advice-wise, is to make sure that everyone knows that you're open for business. And the way you do that is by sharing your story. And so it's really important that you make sure you're consistently sharing on social media, as well as with people that you meet in person. So really important to plug in. And it does not matter if you have a sponsor that's working the business. It does not matter, because you're a part of our family. You're part of our tribe. And if you're on this call right now, then more than likely you're in the Rockin group, because that's where we posted it. And if you're not in the Rockin group, then you ask your sponsor or whoever sponsored you to add you to the Rockin group. And you may be part of more than one team group, which is great. Then that means you have even more resources. But this is your tribe. And so I would suggest you get to know your tribe. And these relationships that you build within your Plexus community will be the best ever. Like you will feel like it's your family, because they will do anything for you. And that's what we have found since we started Plexus, is that our Plexus friends are the most supportive, and they feel like a family. And I know Rod does his morning calls. A lot of you guys that are on this call right now are part of the morning calls that Rod does. And he feels like that's his family. Like he wakes up before his alarm even goes off, because he's so excited to get on these calls, because that's his tribe. So probably my very best advice to anybody wanting to grow their business, just starting out, or if you're wanting to restart, is to start plugging in with more and more Plexus people, because they will keep you motivated. They will keep you encouraged. They will give you tips. You'll have stories to post. You'll have people to go to, advice from people, motivation from people like Jayla. I mean, you guys, this tribe is amazing. And this is what you need to be plugging into. So when we do the call, we do the post after the call, where I'm going to do the drawing. That's where I'm going to do the drawing for the MetaBurn and the Lean Shakes. When I do the drawing for that, everyone that posts under that, friend those people, and you guys friend each other and build those relationships, because when you start seeing other people's stories, when you go to Jayla's wall or Marisa's wall and you go and see everybody's stories and how encouraging they are, it just makes you want to do this business more, because you want all the people that you love to do it too. You want them to be on the products and feel the way all of these people do. And that's how we all got started. When me and Rod first joined Plexus, that was the first thing we did. We built relationships, very strong relationships with the sidelines as well as our team, and we just ran with them, and we just like linked arms and became a tribe and built that culture. And now that culture, it just in the Rockin group is over 6,000 people in there. So it builds from one person to the next, and that culture is what makes people stay, because people stay for that. They stay for the tribe and the family and all that. Okay. So to be in the drawing for the two things, I'm going to do two different drawings, and I'm going to draw from, as soon as I get off the call, I'm going to post for the call notes, and I want you guys to go in there and share just a few things of what you learned on the call. And then I want you to, after that, in your message, in your comment, just post plugged in. And that I want that to be your commitment of what you're going to do for 2019. I want you guys to plug into as many resources as you can. So put your notes, what you learned from the call, and then put plugged in after that, and then we'll do the drawing. And I will only pull from the people that comment on that post, and you guys do it by midnight tonight, Central Standard Time, midnight. That gives you long enough to get your notes together, and then we'll do the drawing tomorrow. But we will only draw from the people that are on this call, so you guys have a good chance to win. So I appreciate you guys. I don't know, is there any questions, Jayla, in the comments?
No, I don't see any at all.
Okay.
I do like Pam says, Janice tribe, Rod's harem.
Awesome. You know, and if you find people that you want to run with, you know, if you friend somebody and you just feel like, hey, you know, I want to click with, you know, I feel like Kathy Perkins, she's an amazing person. And if you see something that you relate to on her wall, you know, message her and say, hey, you know, let's be friends. I want to share my story with you. You know, those are the ways that you build relationships with other people. And so that's the way we started with we would start chat groups with people that were of like minds. And yes, Rod is still having the morning calls. I don't know that he's going to stop, because he likes them so much. So you guys will have to ask him. But he said people are still coming and people showing up like crazy on those calls. So I think they're pretty successful. People are wanting to be able to, you know, plan their day and start their day early with that motivation. And with, like I said, it's, you know, it's all about the tribe. It's all about that family that you guys have and know, and you'll have duplicated that on your teams as well. So you guys have a great weekend. And of course, we'll be coming back after Super Saturday to talk about all the things we learned there. We're very excited about Super Saturday. And keep the stories coming in for MetaBurn too. We want to continue hearing your stories. But I'm going to post that right now, and then we will post the recording to this call tomorrow. And good luck on winning the prizes. Thank you all for joining us tonight and being a part of our amazing Plexus family. We love you guys. We'll talk to you soon. Bye. Thanks, Jayla.
You're welcome. Bye, guys.
Bye.